Hi everyone, when I was making the video make a summer out of your winter hat, loopy E-wrap, and how to embellish your hat so you can give joy to your winter hat and make a winter hat out of your E-wrapped summer hat. I already told you as I was making this video, and if you think this was all, oh no. So here are some additives to pimp your hat with fabric, yarn, ribbon and more ideas. Sarah asked me when I was linking the video, do you have an example? At that point I didn't have an example, but I made now. And when I was communicating with Bonnie Fisher, I already came up with new ideas, so I already told her I will have a part 2. First, the crocheted one. I showed you a single crochet, and as you can see over here in the hat, I've tried it with different strands of yarn. This is with 3. This is with 3, skipping 2 strands in between the E-wrap. This is with another yarn, another color, and this is with 5 strands. And this was made with only skipping 1 in between strand of the ladder, and this is why skipping 2. And when you are skipping 2, you have to take notice that your loop is big enough. And I will just demonstrate that. And as you can see, you still have to be inside your head. When you're skipping 2, 1, 2, so when you're skipping 2 of those strands that you see in between, you just, and you can look at the inside, you don't have to do that, but then you loop the yarn through like this, and you just make this loop big enough that it fits. When you're skipping again 2 loops, and then you make the second, so you make your loop big enough so that it fits when you're skipping to the second. So that is just an addition to the other video. Now when you're making an upside down hat, which is also on this channel, you don't have to weave in ends, because then you can say, I just cut my yarn off, pull it through. I will demonstrate it by just cutting my yarn off. You pull it through, most of the times you can still make another loop through so it's better attached. And as you can see, with 5 it is more difficult, so your crochet hook has to be big enough, and you just cut it off the right length, and then you have, it looks like a bit like fringes. And as you can see, this is with ribbon, and with ribbon you also have to take care of the tension, and you have weave needles like this, but you can also do it with an embroidery needle. So you put it in, and then you are going to start at the bottom or at the top, and this is also by skipping 2. You skip 2, put your needle through, and you just, here you have 1, and when it is on the right side you skip 2, and on the wrong side you skip 1. That's maybe the best explanation I can give you. So we're at the right side, we pull the needle through, we're at the wrong side, so we just skip 1, and we just weave it in. And when you are almost at the top, you can do it, of course, almost to the top. It's just what you want to, what you think is beautiful. Okay, and as you can see, it's the same everywhere at this moment, and you can also divide it up another way, and you just go under the V shape and you go to the other side of the V shape. Now when, as you can see here, it was a little bit too loopy, but you can adjust that by just pulling a bit, and when you find out you've had one here, you're just going to loop it like this, and then make the tension you wanted it to have. So this is a way of embellishing a head, and of course you can make your own ribbon, and that is what I have done over here. You take a piece of fabric, you put it down on your head, and it has to be as wide or long as your head. Put it down, and of course you can buy ribbon at a $1 store, or that's what I'm doing now. I'm creating my own ribbon. Now, as I said, just take a piece of fabric, and then you do a few snips that are as wide, so that the ribbon is as wide. And you just tear it apart by just pulling. Is the snip too short? Just cut in a little bit more, and you tear it apart. Okay. This you can also put on a embroidery needle, or when you have things like this for to weave in, and you just turn it a bit around between your thumb and pointing finger, and pull it through. Okay, this is how that looks. Of course, you can decide, I want to leave it this way, or I will show you that later when this is finished. Okay, also skipping 2 on the right side and skipping 1 on the wrong side. Skipping 2, skipping 1, skipping 2, skipping 1, and so on. As you can see, there are a few things very important when you knit: scissors, measuring tape, and also a crochet hook. Just pull at it a little bit, just like you do with a ribbon. And what you can do is you pull it inside, so you just do this with your crochet hook. You pull it around, you do it at the wrong side of your hat. Then you take some, and you just, this is too long, just cut it off, and then you just do a few stitches into the fabric and into the fabric that is already in your hat, and you attach it. Just so it won't come out anymore. You make a knot, of course, and you cut it off, and either you decide to make some more knots, that doesn't matter, as long as it is stuck. So there are a few more things to embellish your hat. This is with the ribbon. You can either decide to do it in the brim. This is with crochet, and also this you can weave in, of course, with more strands, less strands, it doesn't matter, as long as it is the way you want it to have. And this is with the created ribbon from out of the fabric. So I hope at this point your mind is making overtime too, and I hope to see some beautiful creations you have made your own way, and I hope to see you next time in the next movie. Bye bye.